Hello, everyone. Just checking in to see how you guys are doing. I hope things are going well. We are about 3/4 of the way through the course, so we are in the home stretch. So there's a few things that I wanted to address. First off, source analysis. You guys are doing great on source analysis. And for many of you, there was much improvement from your first one. So really good job on those. The only thing that I would mention is the author. Make sure you're including the author. Some of you are getting a little bit confused about who the author is. The author is the author of the source itself, not the publisher, not the collection holder, anything of that nature. The author is the person who wrote the letter or the person who wrote the diary entry or journal entry. So make sure that you're looking for the right author. But otherwise, good job. Exam 1, I posted your scores as well as feedback for exam 1, so make sure that you take a look at that feedback. You should be able to go into your grades link and then click on the assignment, and the feedback's usually on the right-hand side. So take a look at the feedback and let me know if you have any questions. A couple of things about the exam. First off, don't copy and paste your answers from either your textbook or from the internet. In other words, I don't mind that you use the textbook as a resource, but don't copy and paste exactly from the book. Use your own words. You should be taking notes off of the book as well as the lectures. So use your own words and don't just Google the answer off of Wikipedia or another website. For one, the information is usually incorrect or somewhat incorrect. And secondly, that's plagiarism. Anytime that you copy and paste information and you don't cite it, that's plagiarism. But I don't want you to copy and paste it and then cite it. I want you to use your own words. And all of the answers to the questions were straight from primarily your lectures. So make sure that you are reviewing your lectures and taking notes. I have provided a graphics organizer. I don't know if any of you had the opportunity to take a look at that, but that's a good way to organize your notes. So use that or use some form of it. You can really use that as you're going through the modules, or you can use it when you get the study guide, because I always provide a study guide for the exams. So it's up to you, however you want to organize yourself, that's fine. I don't mind if you copy and paste your own work. So in other words, if you wrote your notes on a Google Doc and you want to copy and post from your notes, that's fine, as long as it's your own words. So I saw some of that. I've also provided a couple of websites that will help you understand plagiarism. So it's under the modules page. It's under tutorials and templates. It's all the way towards the bottom under plagiarism. There's a couple of links here that will help explain plagiarism because many people don't know what plagiarism is. And it gives some examples of plagiarism, but for the most part, if it's not your own work, if you're copy and pasting, that's plagiarism. And sometimes it's just unintentional. You don't mean to do it. You're not trying to cheat, but you do. Don't do that. So here's some information that I think you will find helpful in that respect. Okay, other issues? Make sure that you are completely answering the question. You're fully reading the question. For example, in the terms, you needed the who, what, when, where, why, and historical significance. Make sure that you're not excluding any of that information. If you don't understand what any of those are, please let me know. If you don't understand what the historical significance was, let me know. I try to talk about those things in the lectures, so you could have taken the historical significance straight out of the lectures. I might say, I'm not going to necessarily say this is this the historical significance is. I might say this is significant because, or this is important because, and it's usually related to a larger trend, a larger historical trend from the time period, so or after the time period or later in the time period. So make sure that you're including on the information. On the short answers, make sure if you are asked to answer a question about the New England colony, don't give me the Chesapeake colony or the Pennsylvania colony. So make sure you're really reading the question, and also provide details. Don't be too vague or general. Give me details. Give me specifics. Okay. All right, so that really does it for exam 1. So if you don't understand why you missed points or what my feedback, or if you don't understand my feedback, make sure that you reach out and ask me, because it's going to be the same or similar format for exam 2. So it's going to be basically the same type of exam, just with different subject matter. All right, so that is exam 1. Okay, so you have an essay coming up. You have the draft essay due today, Sunday, September the 25th by 11:59 p.m. So submit your draft essay. I'm not looking for an outline. I'm actually looking for an essay. Now, it could be a very rough draft, and that's fine. What I will do once you submit the draft essay is I will provide feedback. So the intent of this is to not have you make as many mistakes on the final essay, or to correct anything before you have to submit the final essay. So you submit the draft essay, you get your 10 points for submitting it. I won't grade that essay. I'm just going to give you feedback on that essay. So once I return the feedback to you, take a look at the feedback and then make any corrections you need to make on your essay, and then you will submit the final draft. If you will notice, I have 2 different links for the essay. One is the draft essay, which is due tonight, and the second one is the final essay. So the information or the instructions for the essay is on both links, but for tonight's draft essay, make sure you're submitting it on this link. On the final essay, in addition to the instructions and the due dates, you will have the rubric. So make sure you take a look at the rubric and you just kind of check it off as you before you submit, because this is ultimately what I will be grading on. And this is just kind of an allotted points for different types of criteria for the essay. So make sure you're looking at these instructions as well as the information on the rubric. And if you have any questions about the essay, please let me know, because I can't help you if I don't know you have a question. Okay, so that's the essay. And then finally, I have posted a couple of extra credit assignments, and both of them can be found in this coming week's module. So the first one is exam 1 extra credit. And again, this is extra credit means optional, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It doesn't count against you if you don't do it. It can only help you. So what I'm asking you to do here is to review the feedback from exam 1. You should be able to see your feedback. So go to your grades, click on the exam 1, and then your feedback should be, it's usually I think in the right-hand corner, so it should be there. So let me know if you can't see it for some reason. You should be able to review your feedback there. So what you're going to do is you're going to review your feedback, and then you're going to make corrections. So you're going to look at questions that you missed and make those corrections. And you can get up to 15 points for those corrections. So what you're going to do is you're going to, on a separate document, you're going to state the feedback. So in other words, if I said you didn't include historical significance for Bacon's Rebellion, or that was the incorrect historical significance for Bacon's Rebellion. You're going to write Bacon's Rebellion, incorrect historical significance, and then you're going to write the correct Bacon's Rebellion. So it's almost kind of like a little bit of a redo. And do that for, you can do that for on the short answers or the terms, but not the multiple choice. And again, you will receive no more than 15 points for your corrections. If you did very well on the exam and you didn't have a lot of corrections, like say you got 50 points or more, 48 points or more, or whatever it was, reach out to me and I will give you an assignment so you can get some extra credit. So whatever assignment's appropriate. So if you have a proposal for an assignment that you'd like to do for that extra credit, let me know. And it might be just do the extra credit. If you didn't do the extra credit on the exam, it might be that, something like that. So just let me know. And this assignment won't be due until October the 15th, which is the last day. It's a Saturday. It's the last day of this course. So you've got some time on this. Okay, the second extra credit is in the Age of Reform discussion, which is in this week's module. It's under here. And it is a source analysis. So it's basically like your other source analysis. The same thing. It's just for extra credit. So you don't have to do it, but you can do it. It's worth 25 points, just like the other ones. So so you basically got 25 points plus 15 points. So you got a good 40 points of extra credit opportunities. So if you're hurting or you're feeling worried about your grade, here's an opportunity to make up for that and learn something in the process. Okay, I think that's about it. The only other thing I want to mention is make sure when you are submitting documents such as a source analysis or the essay, make sure it is in either Word or PDF format, or you can even do Google Docs and just save it into a Word. Do not use Pages. Pages is an Apple application, and Canvas does not does not connect with Pages very well. So I won't be able to view your assignment if you submit it in Pages. So always submit it in as a Word document or PDF. And there might have been a couple of you that did submit it in Pages, and I asked you to resubmit it. So if you're one of those people, make sure that you I wrote it in the feedback, so make sure that you resubmit it. And so you can get your grade, because if I can't read it, or I can't view it, I can't give you a grade. So I would hate for you to lose points simply because you submitted in a different format. So make sure you do that. Okay, I believe that's all I have. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will be checking in with you soon. So again, reach out to me if you have any questions. I am available for appointments if you'd like to meet with me via Zoom. I believe I also have office hours, not this week, but next week before the final essay is due. So if you want to catch me then, you can do that as well. Well, take care.